When we think of holidays, we often think of joy, tradition, and celebration. But have you ever wondered how rituals become holidays in the first place? Or why certain traditions feel timeless, while others fade into obscurity? Welcome back to Social Theory Today. In this episode, we're exploring how rituals are accredited as holidays, how they're passed down, standardized, and sometimes commercialized through generations of cultural transmission. To understand how holidays evolve, we're looking at Christmas as our central case study, a holiday that has transformed dramatically over centuries, shaped by cultural, social, and economic forces. Originally, the holiday represents the birth of Christ, but its timing and practices also borrow heavily from older pagan festivals like Saturnalia and Yule. These celebrations of the winter solstice were marked by feasting, gift-giving, and communal joy, rituals that blended seamlessly into early Christmas traditions. Through cultural transmission, these early rituals were adapted and accredited by different societies, blending local customs with religious meaning. Over time, the Church sought to standardize these practices to unify worship and ensure that Christmas rituals aligned with broader religious norms. This process of standardization didn't just unify practices, it also reinforced the authority of the Church, serving as a tool for stabilizing social order. But Christmas didn't stay confined to its religious origins. By the 19th century, it began to take on a new form, shaped by industrialization and shifting cultural values. Writers like Charles Dickens played a pivotal role in this transformation. His novel A Christmas Carol popularized themes of generosity, family, and goodwill, values that resonated with both religious and secular audiences. At the same time, the holiday was becoming increasingly commercialized. Gift-giving, once a minor aspect of Christmas, grew in importance as retailers recognized its economic potential. Advertising campaigns transformed Santa Claus into a cultural icon, and by the early 20th century his red suit and jolly demeanor, popularized by companies like Coca-Cola, had become a global symbol of the holiday. This shift mirrors Guy Debord's theory of the society of the spectacle, where images and symbols like Santa Claus become commodities that shape social behavior. The commercialization of Christmas isn't just about selling products, it's about creating a spectacle that validates consumerism as part of the holiday experience. As we've seen in past episodes, this kind of implicit accreditation spreads rhizomatically, flowing through media, businesses, and personal traditions until it becomes deeply embedded in cultural norms. As holidays evolve, they don't just reflect cultural values, they shape them. This is especially true when it comes to the social pressure to conform to holiday norms. From decorating a tree to exchanging gifts, many of our traditions are validated by the communities around us. Take the tradition of holiday cards. What started as a way to spread cheer has become a social expectation. Forget to send cards, or send them too late, and it can feel like a breach of etiquette. This aligns with our discussion on social sanctions in previous episodes. It provides implicit approval that encourages certain behaviors and penalizes deviations. And it's not just Christmas. Consider New Year's Eve with its midnight celebrations and resolutions. These traditions have become nearly universal, shaping how we mark the transition into a new year. Or think about Thanksgiving, where the emphasis on feasting and gratitude often gives way to the consumer-driven frenzy of Black Friday. Across these holidays, the interplay of validation and social norms creates a dynamic where rituals are accredited not just by their intrinsic value, but also by their adherence to collective expectations. One reason holidays feel timeless is because they're normalized across generations. Take the Christmas tree, for example. What began as a localized German custom eventually spread across Europe and America, becoming a universal symbol of the holiday. This normalization is reinforced by media, businesses, and cultural influences. Think of television specials like A Charlie Brown Christmas or How the Grinch Stole Christmas. These narratives not only celebrate the holiday but also validate specific traditions, decorating trees, giving gifts, embracing the true spirit of Christmas, while also highlighting the public's awareness of how these norms are ritualized. As holidays become more secular, their meanings often shift. Christmas is a prime example. For many, it's no longer about religious observance, but about family gatherings, acts of kindness, and gift exchanges. This shift reflects broader secularization, where holidays adapt to align with shared cultural values rather than strictly religious ones. But this shift isn't without tension. Some argue that the commercialization of Christmas has diluted its meaning, turning it into a season of consumption. This echoes Marx's theory of false consciousness, where commodification obscures the deeper purposes of human activity. Others see the adaptability of Christmas as a strength, allowing it to remain relevant across diverse cultural and religious contexts. And this isn't unique to Christmas. Consider Halloween, which evolved from pagan and religious rituals into a secular celebration of costumes and candy, largely driven by commercial interests. On Valentine's Day, once a feast honouring St. Valentine, now a global celebration of love shaped by cards, chocolates and roses. These holidays show how secularization and commercialization interact to redefine rituals. The evolution of holidays highlights a delicate balance, preserving tradition while adapting to new social norms. On one hand, rituals provide continuity, connecting us to history and shared values. On the other, they're constantly evolving, shaped by cultural trends, social transmission and commercialization. When holidays align with intrinsic values, like generosity, community or family, they foster connection and meaning. But when they prioritize commodification or rigid norms, they risk alienation. Holidays are more than just dates on a calendar, they're reflections of our collective values and identities. By understanding how rituals are accredited, standardized and commercialized, we can better appreciate their power to shape society. Christmas, in particular, offers a lens into this dynamic, a holiday that has evolved from religious ritual to cultural tradition, shaped by centuries of social transmission. As we celebrate, we have the opportunity to reclaim its meaning, focusing on the values and connections that matter most. Thanks for joining us on Social Theory today. Join us next time as we explore more of the forces shaping our understanding of the world. And in the meantime, whether you're celebrating Christmas or any other holiday, take a moment to reflect on the rituals that bring you joy and how they connect you to something greater.